Hey, on this week's VO Babble, it's just me and John talking about pay-to-plays. Not talking positively, though. It's going to be a quick one because the other members didn't make it, so it's just me and John. Here we go. VO Babble. Doug and Jeff aren't going to be able to make it. Apparently,
Oh no.
they both have work duties. Jeff emailed me late yesterday saying that apparently he has a editing job that he has to do today, and it's off site, so he's
Oh,
traveling to wherever they're in Houston. And apparently, Doug got a call, and he he emailed me at 4:30 this morning saying he
oh
wasn't
my
gonna.
God.
He says, "I gotta head out, and sorry, I'm not gonna." God, okay, good.
Well, what have you been up to then?
Same old shit. I helped Doug finalize, get his demos tweaked. We
Uh-huh.
got those tweaked so that he's satisfied with how they sound, and got that all done, and got his website all done. But then found out that he's not on the premium plan, so it's got all sorts of Wix, advertisement on it and all that. And
Oh, for God's sake.
he's got to upgrade that, which he hasn't done yet. And then come to find out, he didn't renew his domain name. So, what was his domain name? Mile High
Yeah,
Voices, or something like that.
yeah.
He didn't renew that domain, so I couldn't hook it up to, that domain name. I told him that he needed to, and I don't know what service he has that through. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's through Wix or through another source. So
yeah.
I told him, hey, you got to look into that and get that done. And so he's doing that. So I helped him with that stuff. As far as my stuff, auditioning,
Yeah.
and doing the marketing. Sending out email marketing. And I got a couple of warm leads back
Good.
from different companies.
Uh-huh.
So I guess after emailing here every day or every other day, I finally get a couple that send back, "Hey, you know what? We'll keep you in mind," and that type of email.
All right. Well, that's somebody you want to follow up with later.
Yeah, yeah. So I've got a few of those right now that I'm. It's time that I need to follow up. I probably have about a dozen that I
Oh,
need to contact back and say, "Hey, just let you know I'm still alive and out here.
yeah.
Send me something." Audition wise, again, kind of disillusioned,
Yeah.
slightly disillusioned with the pay to plays, and I know, that's probably a common theme out in the VO world.
Yeah.
So
Well, 6 months ago, and because you were on it, that was one of the catalysts. I signed up for Bodalgo,
yep,
and I signed up for 6 months worth.
yep,
I figure I'm going to try for 6 months, and I'll audition for whatever is appropriate as much as I can. And I got a renewal notice Friday that you've been invoiced for another 6 months at $200.
mm,
And my intent was not to renew.
yeah,
So I emailed them right back and I said, look, I've been on your platform for 6 months, done a bunch of auditions, and have landed zero jobs. So please cancel my membership and issue me a refund.
yeah,
And they issued me a refund. So I'm off Bodalgo.
yeah, yeah,
And I figure that's just throwing good money after bad, at least for me, because I'm getting no return for it.
yeah. I'm debating that myself. Both, well, actually, all three of the pay to plays that I'm on. I audition a ton, and
Yeah.
I've gotten a few, short lists, probably just like you.
Yeah.
I've gotten uh, but as far as voices, I've just really, after everything that was said, that oh, we're making changes, and it's a bigger and better venue now, and
Yeah.
it's a great thing, and uh, I really don't see, you know, I I don't get where I hear all of these coaches, and
Yeah.
I'm using air quotes for those that are just listening to the podcast and not watching the podcast. But they're always saying, oh yeah, you've got to audition 20 times a day. I don't get 20 auditions a day. From,
Right.
from the
Right.
I'm on 3 different pay-to-plays. I have 3 different agents, and out of all 6 of those sources, I might get 9, maybe 11 to 12 auditions a day out of all of those sources.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know where these guys and gals are getting 20, 30, where are they getting these auditions from?
Yeah. Well, I'm on voices.com and VO Planet, and I they only have an annual membership, so
Right.
I'm on them until next October.
Yeah.
Now, I was on Voices a couple of years ago, and I did land a few jobs, enough to pay for my membership, but that was about it. So
Yeah.
and then I was encouraged to sign up again, and I think now there's just so many more people on there, and you got to get your auditions in early. If you're not in like the top 30,
Yeah.
I say you're wasting your time.
Yep. Yeah. I've noticed that, and I try to, because I'm here all day, every day, any rate, and
Yeah.
as soon as the auditions pop up, I check them, and what's sad is by the time the audition pops up on my email and I open it and I'm looking, okay, all right, hey, there's only 8 that have submitted to it so far.
Yeah.
And again, I probably told you this. I record it, I edit it, boom, and I shoot it out, and I go to reply to it, and all of a sudden there's 41.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit. It's just, I don't know how much faster I can get them out. Now
Yeah.
there have been a few times that yeah, I was out, I was, 20th or 15th or
Right.
25th or whatever, which is oh okay, well, it might get listened to. But then I'll go into the analytics and I'll look at it and I'll say, well shit. I think I've done over 160 auditions.
Hmm.
Invoices, and that's only been 3 months, I think 3.5 months. I started in January. It
Hmm.
was the first week in January, actually. So it's been about 3 months, and I've done 160 some auditions. Well,
Hmm.
out of those 160, only 80 of them have been listened to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, only half of them have been listened to. So
Yeah.
my average is gonna, it already sucks. you know, and so
Well,
okay,
when you figure like how many shortlists you get or whatever, the ones that don't get listened to don't count.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, still, I mean, out of those, I think 80 or so that have been listened to, and I think I have like 4 shortlists out of
Yeah.
those 80.
Yeah. So
That's not even,
5%.
yeah, that's not even 10%. Yeah, it's 5%, So,
Yeah. Yeah.
now some people out there in the coaching world will probably say, "Oh, well, you're building, you're working on that." No, fuck you. Excuse me. My negativity is showing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I hear you.
I don't know. I again, I'm getting disillusioned with that, with the pay to plays.
Yeah.
My agents, well, the one agent is absolutely useless. They don't send me anything.
Uh-huh.
The other 2, they send me stuff, and I've gotten, like I told you, that one agent, I got a call back, and I've had several short lists from my other agent, the Idiom, the one in California.
Hmm.
Again, I think since I've been on that site, I think I've gotten one job. I mean, it was a good
Mhm.
job. It paid good money, but
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know, it's I don't know. It is. I know it's a numbers game, and everybody out there will tell you it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
But Jesus,
Yeah.
there's only so many numbers that you can do in a day,
Yeah.
and when you don't get the amount that they say is out there,
Mhm.
that's what puzzles me and kind of makes me wonder. Hmm. They say there's vast amounts of auditions.
Well, I listened to a couple of different podcasts and VO podcasts, and people keep talking about voice 1, 2, 3, and that's a different animal entirely.
Yeah.
And there are different levels that you can pay for on that, but you have to be very careful what you audition for, because if you audition for too many things that you don't get hired for or shortlisted for, you get dropped down in the rankings.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and I'm just not ready to play that game.
No, and I mean, in even in order to get a good amount of auditions, good auditions, you've got to pay an upper tier level
Yeah,
cost.
yeah,
And
1,200
again,
bucks or
yeah,
something.
yeah, I don't know if I want to pay that.
Yeah,
No, I just got a text from Cindy.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm not going to be able to make it today. Let me know when you are meeting next. All right. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've even told my wife, and she just looked at me like, you have spent thousands of dollars on equipment and training, and I don't know what else I can say about it. But
Yeah,
that's that. We'll see what happens this next month.
it's always great to get together and talk with you.
All right, cool.
Okay,
All right,
have a
man.
good month.
Yep, you too.
Adios.
Bye. Thanks for joining us. We'll babble on next week.